to record this on my phone so that you could then, I'm going to send you this video so that you could do some of these on your own too, because that's going to make the big difference. All right. So pull your shoulders up, back, and down again. Can you squeeze your glutes? So even though your legs are separated, you still want to activate your glutes. And then reach your arms up, all the way up, as far back as you can without any serious pain. So you feel a little bit of a stretch there in the shoulders, and then exhale, bring the hands back down. Good. Again, we're going to do it 5 times. Reach it up, inhale, reach them back. Good. And exhale, bring it down. Good. Again, reach up and forward. Good. 2 more. Squeeze your glutes, push down through your heels. So you're engaging your legs even though they're just sort of passive. Good. Bring it down. 1 more. Reach up and down. Good. All right. Can you walk your feet closer together? And they don't need to be touching, just like closer than hip width distance. And we're just going to make little circles with your knees, very small. So bend the knees a little bit and make circles going in one way. What's the level of pain you feel when you do this? Okay. So now I want you to bend it just a little bit more. So not to feel pain, but feel a little bit of a bend here. And then we're going to reverse direction. Good. And then reverse direction, go the other way. And try to keep the bar kind of down below. Yeah, like kind of down. And lift your chest up. So it's really, you're almost like imagining that you're balancing a Bible on top of your head. Good. And then reverse one more time the other way. Good. And then release. Shake out your legs. All right. Take the broom, plant you could do that soft part down. That kind of is perfect. Shift your weight to the right leg, bend your left knee, reach it out and over, down. Sweep the foot onto the floor. Nice socks. Lift them out. And down. Good. 2 more here. Reach it up. Now to the side and down. 1 more. Up, out, and to the side. Good. How does that feel on your right leg? Perfect. Now we're going to go the opposite direction with the same leg. So now we're going to bend the knee, kind of like knee points, perfect, and then push that foot towards the kitchen. The left foot goes towards the kitchen, so it's kind of back, and then out and around forward. Good. Push that foot back to the kitchen, and then out and around. Good. Core tight as much as you can here. We haven't done any core yet, but start to engage that. Good. 1 more. Good, and release. Other side. Push down through that left leg, bend your right knee, lift it up. And out. So you can sweep it onto the floor, lift it up, out. Up. Out. You got it. The last one here. Good. And now we're going to go reverse direction. Good. Nice. You can keep finishing that circle. Go the other direction. So push that foot back. Good. And release. Switch sides again with the with the mop stick. Throw it to the other side. And just lift that left leg all the way up, as far as you can go. And make circles with your left foot. And try to play with kind of lightly holding that broom as much as you can. So even though you're balancing on one leg, see if how loose you can get your grip on the broom without falling. Good. And then hold it up high. Pause the foot circles. Hold for 3. Good. 2. 1. And release. Good. Shake it out. We're gonna do the other side again. So switch sides with the broom or the mop. Good. Lift that right leg up, pointing the toe, maintain your balance, kind of steady it here. Make circles with your foot. Your toes, I should say, in the opposite direction. Play with noticing your grip on the mop. Good. Now keep that leg up high, hold it up high, pause it and hold for 3, 2, 1, and release. All right. Now keep that broom on the, or this mop there. You're gonna bend that right leg. Lift your heel. I just want to see how far it goes. Good. Holding here. Lean a little forward like you are. Beginning to push that foot towards the couch. Just playing with this balance here. It's kind of like the beginning of a warrior 3 posture. Probably feel it in your back. Good. Hold. Good. Lift the foot up a little higher for one more breath. You might get a cramp in your calf. Oh yeah, you don't want to catch your foot. Good. Excellent. And release. Nice. Switch sides. What? Okay. So just do as far as, you know, it feels all right. So bend the the left knee. And then just start to lean. You can maneuver the mop. Extending that leg as far back to... No, I want you to start to tilt forward. So eventually getting that leg up to be, yeah, there you go. Because you feel it actually in your back too. We're kind of moving from your knee to your back. Good. All right. And then release. Now just bring the broom out, or the mop. Make circles with your hips. So reach that mop out in front, about shoulder height, and make circles with your hips like you're hula hooping. Good. Reverse direction. And release. Come back to the center. Widen the grip. Widen the grip of your hands. We're going to do a few more like this. Reach your arms up and slide your hands far enough away from the center that you're able to kind of pull it behind you. So, right, yeah, you don't have to go all the way down. Good, just feel it there. And bring it back down. Good, again, up. Reach it back. And forward. Good, 3 more here. And forward. Reach it back. One more. Forward. Beautiful, Arnie. Okay, now we're going to turn the bar to be good, and then sweep it behind you. Let go of that left hand. Rejoin, and then bring the mop behind you. Yep, almost like it's what we would do with the straps. Perfect. And then take that hand and begin to pull down towards the floor, letting your right elbow point up towards the ceiling. Eventually making its way. Yeah, you'll just feel a stretch right there in your shoulder, right? In the right shoulder. No, lower. So lower, keep it there, and then take that left hand and just start to pull it. Yeah, you'll feel it. Good. Taking 3 breaths here. So just breathe in and out through your nose. Relax your eyebrows. Relax your forehead. Relaxing your jaw, feeling your feet on the mat underneath your socks. Good, Arnie. And then release. Bring that mop out in front. Switch hands, taking it with your left hand. Keeping it, yep, you got it back behind you. You can keep it right there. Take your right hand up as far as it can go, and then pull. Oh, so here, keep it, there you go. Yeah, you hold. So it's almost like a long ponytail, and then reach back, grab it, or hold it, and then pull it down so that the bottom of the mop is pushing towards the floor, and in your left like shoulder and tricep area, right? Good. Your body's very grateful for your doing of yoga. Good. 3 more breaths here. Just breathing in and out through your nose. Wiggle your toes, Arn. So like stretch your toes out here so you have like the most surface area you could get of your foot on the floor. So you're really spreading the surface of those feet. 1 more breath here. So even though we're kind of stretching up on the upper body, you want to be mindful of that lower body and the connection to the floor. Beautiful, Arm. And then release. Let it go. And you can take we're gonna do one more thing here with the mop. You're gonna take your hands and we're gonna slide down. Keep your legs pretty straight. I mean, they can have a soft bend, but overall they're pretty straight here. And just keep your back as flat as you can. So slide down and just go down as far as you can, but keeping your back straight. So as soon as your back starts to curve, you want to come up a little bit. So keeping the back straight, let your hands be like kind of softly holding the mop. So do you feel it on the back of your legs here? Good. Breathe through your nose. And then push down through your feet and slowly lift the bar back up. Good. Baby back bend here. Pushing the mop against your kind of upper thigh area-ish. Good. And then we're going to come right back down one more time. Keep your shoulders back away from your ears, flat back. Very slight bend in the knees, stretching through. Noticing where your point of resistance is found, and just stay there for a moment and breathe through your nose. Good. And release, push down through your feet, come back up. Slowly, because I know that's a little good. Let the mop rest on your body. Baby back bend here. Push your hips forward. Good. And release. Awesome. All right, let's put the mop to the side. Leaning it up wherever it's safe. All right. Let's stretch how's your body feeling now? A little bit stretched out? Good. All right, roll your wrists out here. And try to keep your elbows like touching your side of your body, perfect. So just isolating those wrists and then make it go in the other direction. Good. Then open and close your fists. So open and close, splaying out your fingers as far as they can go. 6, 7, 8, 10. 10 more. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. And release. All right. Come back to your feet underneath your hips. Inhale. Reach your arms out and out. Palms come together. They can touch up top. Baby back bend here. So lifting your arms up, and then exhale. Hands come to heart center. 2 more like that. Inhale. Reach your arms out, stretching them out, 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 and up. Palms come together, looking up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Beautiful. 1 more. Inhale. Push down through your feet, reaching up through the center. Palms come together. And then exhale. Hands at heart center. Nice, Arn. Okay, do you have your mats, question, do you have your mats crisscrossed, or do you just have one mat facing me? Your mat, is it just, your mat's facing me? I don't see the mat on the floor. Okay, so it's facing me. Perfect. Okay. And do you remember how you used to do one mat on top of the other? No, I like it just one mat, but I was just wondering if you had it like that. All right. So I'm actually taking off my socks so that I have better grip on my feet here. You can, all right. So we're gonna extend your right leg forward. Left leg is gonna come back. Turn your hips to face me. So your hips are squared off towards me. Bend that right knee. Yep, bend the right knee. Good. Hold here, bend that right knee. Lean, kind of pushing your body forward, but keep your back straight, vertically held. Good. Push down through that left heel so you'll feel that calf muscle, right, in the left leg. Good. Can you reach your arms up? So it's a warrior one position. Palms can face each other, reaching the arms up high. Good, beautiful. And then palms come to heart center. Keep that right knee bent. And can you turn towards the fireplace? Just turn a little bit towards the fireplace, playing with the balance. Just, you don't even have to turn that far, but just enough to begin to get that twist. And maybe your left heel lifts off the floor a little bit. That's okay too. Noticing your exhale. 2 more breaths here. And release. Come back to the center. Ground through that back foot. Separate your feet a little bit. We're going to come into warrior 2. So reach your arms out. That right hand comes towards me. Bend that right knee. Good. Bending through that right knee. Left leg stays pretty straight. Looking past your right fingertips. And then open your front palm for a reverse warrior. So right palm lifts up towards the ceiling. Left hand can come towards your left leg, resting on your left leg, reaching that palm back towards the kitchen. And you can keep that arm straight. So reach it like, yeah, so your palm faces the kitchen, but the arm is still pretty straight. Good, and release. Warrior 2 again, palms facing down, bending your right arm. Rest your right arm on that leg. Reach the left arm up towards the ceiling. So your right arm can rest on that leg, or you can put your right hand on the, yeah, there you go. You got it, arm. Good. Keeping that right knee bent, pushing that right knee even a little bit maybe towards the fireplace a little bit more if you can. I think that's pretty intense. Good. And really straighten the legs. Open up your arms, shorten the distance between your feet a smidge. Bring your hands to your hips. And now keep that right leg. Now it's going to turn towards facing me. So now your left toe is facing me. Perfect. And then lift that back heel. And now we're going to do a little bit of a dip here. We're going to drop it down and come back up. So dropping that left knee down a bit and come back up. Squeezing your glutes, your butt muscles here. Come down and then come up. So bend the knee just a smidge. Kind of go to your point of what you're capable of doing here without any sharp pains. How's that left knee? All right, so bend that left knee a little bit. So we want to get up until the point right before it hurts. So bend the left knee a little bit if you can here. Good. And then release. Bring both legs together. Release your hands by your side. Inhale, reach your arms out and up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Beautiful. One more. Inhale, reach it out and up. And then bringing it down. Beautiful. All right, shifting your weight. Bring your left foot forward. Your right foot back, coming into a warrior 1. I'm just gonna bring this like this. All right, so you're perfect. Your left foot forward, right foot back, Yep, you got it. Now pull your right hip towards me a little bit so your hips are kind of squared off. There you go. Beautiful. Bending that front knee. Engage your core and imagine you're kind of cinching in the sides towards the center, but still breathing. Reach your arms up. Warrior one. Palms can face each other. Pinkies kind of turn in towards each other. Keep that left knee bent as much as you can. Push down through your feet, especially the outer edge of that right foot. And then palms come together. Palms can come together, and on the exhale, bring them down to your heart. And begin to twist, turning your hands and your gaze towards the door or the door frame. Beautiful. And your back heel can kind of lift up a little bit, maybe starting to bend that back knee a smidge. That right knee gets a little soft bending. Push down through that left knee or that left foot. So that left leg is like the powerhouse in this. Feel your breath coming in and out through your nose. And release. Come back to the center. Now pivot your back foot so it's parallel to the back of the mat. Separate the feet a little bit more. Warrior two here. So bending that left knee. Good. Looking past your left fingertips. Push down through your left foot. Good. 2 more breaths here. Nice, Arnie. And then opening your left palm to face the ceiling, reaching it up, but keep the arm pretty straight. Right hand comes to your leg, driving that left knee still forward. And release. Arms come back out. Warrior two. Bending that left arm rested on your left leg. Palm faces up. You can bend the arm and kind of rest it on your thigh. So your arm can come. Yeah, there you go. Perfect. Reaching your right arm up. Turning your to gaze towards that right thumb so much that your chin is aiming to come to your shoulder, to that right shoulder. Good, and release. Come back up. Reach those arms out, and then let them float down to your hips. Shorten the distance between your feet, and then pivot to face forward again, lifting that back heel. So lift the back heel, lengthen through your spine. Good, and now we're gonna bend the right knee, come down, and then come back up. Come down, come back up nice and slow, come down, and up. Heel up, and that right knee is aiming to go down as far as you can go. So both these are gonna bend, but just bending that, focusing on driving the right knee down, and that left knee will naturally bend. So just feel what that's like there. Good, 2 more here. 2, good, and then step 1 foot forward, 1 foot back, coming back together. Release your arms. Inhale, reach your arms out and up. Exhale, bring them back down to your heart. Excellent. Now can you grab a block, placing it long ways so the block is like the ends are facing me. Good. And put it down on the floor so that your left foot is going to come onto it. So you're going to put your left foot onto your block. it's on the widest. And actually, Arnie, do you have 2 blocks or just 1? Perfect. Can you do them like, I don't know if it's a railroad or what you would call it if they're like this on the floor, so that there's a wide surface for your foot to be supported. Perfect. All right. So you're gonna bring your left foot onto that block. Good. Wiggle your toes a little bit so you kind of grip. Now push your foot down, and you're gonna try to lift up, standing as straight as you can on that block, your right toes grazing the floor. Good. On the right foot, you're on your toes. So lift the heel up, yep, and then release, bring it down. Good, push down through, lift it up, and come down. Now here you can play with lifting up, and then play with even lifting that leg off the ground so that you're standing on that one leg elevated, but just play, you know, you're close to the floor so you can catch yourself. Good. I want you to be able to walk upstairs and be able to like balance on one leg. That's my personal goal for you, Arnie. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Hey, happy birthday, by the way. That's awesome. All right, one more here. Come up and then see if you can hold up here for a moment and push down through that left leg. And the blocks are squishy, so there's going to be a little bit of micro movement in your leg and stabilizing that leg. Yeah. And release. All right. Slide those blocks over to the other side so you can move them so that they're one in front of the other. Beautiful. All right. Wiggle your toes, so separate your toes there on that right foot. So you really like engage that glute muscle, your thighs, your toes are spread apart and push down so much that your core engages. So you're almost using your core to do this lift. And then begin barely using this this left leg, but really focusing on using that left leg to lift yourself up. And then slowly with control coming back down. Good. And coming back up. And then release. Come up. And slowly come down. Come up again. Playing now with maybe lifting and hovering that left foot off the floor for a moment. Even like maybe just a hair of the toes. Lift up for a second and then come back down. Yeah, you can reach your arms out. Okay, good. Coming back up. Good, and down. 2 more. Good, again, up. And down. One more time. Come up, hold. Yeah. And then down. Beautiful, Arnie. All right, slide those blocks over to the side. And we're just gonna, can you just bend one and then the other, pushing your foot back towards the kitchen. So bending the knees, letting your foot be flat, as if you pushed it back, it would hit the couch flat. There you go. 3 more on each side. All right, 2 and 3. Beautiful, and release. Come back to a standing position. Take a moment here, just in mountain pose. You can even close your eyes, letting your spine lengthen. tipping your head slightly back so that your ears are really stacked above your shoulders. So instead of kind of pitching forward, so often we're on our phone, computers, but letting our head come slightly back so our ears are really stacked over the shoulders. Taking inventory of your body, feeling your feet, your knees, your whole left leg, your whole right leg, your glutes, your lower back, your whole torso, that right arm, that right shoulder, down to your right hands, your left arm, your left shoulder, down to your left hands, your neck, your face, back of your head, and the top of your head. Let's take a deep breath in, and then let it go. All right, so now we're going to make our way down to the floor. So you can open your eyes and bring the iPad down. Oh, right, okay. Yeah, you could sit, sit, and then with your legs straight out, we're gonna bend them, but first, let them just be straight out. Good. How does that feel? Okay, we don't. Perfect. Good. I don't want to touch that part. I just want to maybe get like, just to see, where you're at. Okay, can you bend we've done this before, so you'll know it. Bend your right leg, take your hand there, your hand on your foot. Okay. So and then release that foot down, and you can take a block and slide it underneath your knee so it's pretty supported here. Good. Take your left hand on your knee, right hand behind, lengthen through your spine and twist. Looking over towards your right shoulder. And release, come back to the center. Opposite twist, opposite direction. Good, and then come back to the center. And now we're gonna just kind of walk down, pointing those left toes up towards your, up towards the ceiling, letting yourself come down here. And then, can you reach your toes? Okay, perfect. So hold your toes there, and then bend your elbows. So starting to bring your elbows down towards the floor. So you'll feel it on the back of the leg. And take 5 breaths here. Nice and slow, relaxing your shoulders, especially as you exhale. Good, Aaron. One more breath here. And release, come back to the center. Keep those legs bent, and maybe even, how high is the block? Can it go lower even? Great. And now can you walk your hands forward? So we're now getting into like the lower back. Reaching forward. Let your head drop down. And release, come back up. And can you bring your hands behind you and just lift your hips up a little bit off the floor, maybe pointing that left toe. Good. There you go. And release. Come back down. Bring that knee up towards the ceiling. Let it go. All right. And now I know this one's going to be a different side. So see if you can bend it, and you don't need to even hold it if that's too much, but just bend it a little bit and move it like that. And bend it. Okay, that's okay. So just bend it and kind of go towards the angle as much as you can, but because your arm's not pulling it, your leg will know what the point of resistance is. Good. Really drawing it back to the kitchen. You could use your hands to push down on the floor nice and slow, so it's really deliberate here. Drawing that knee back towards the kitchen. Good. One more here. There you go. And then letting that foot come down to the ground, maybe slightly bent. Do you think could we do that? Great. And can you put a block underneath the knee to support it? Perfect. Take your left hand behind, right hand to your knee. Imagine that right hand is nurturing that knee. Twisting. And release. Twist the other way. Counter twist. And release. Come back to the center. Reach towards that right toe, or towards your right toes. You reach them. Good, good. Hold them with two hands. Lengthen through your spine. And then folding your elbows as you drop your upper body towards that knee. And release. Come back up. And then this time you take both hands behind you. You can keep the knee bent or straighten both legs and lift up off your glutes. So let's try to lift up a little bit here. Brace. Yeah, your feet stay on the floor. You just lift up here. So you push down through your heels. Good. Lift up. Push down through your heels, strengthening through into the legs. Good. And release. Excellent, Arnie. And then come back down. And now we're going to come all the way down to your back. And you can even use a block here underneath your head. So have one block you can have for underneath your head and have the other one handy. So we're going to use it, but not yet. So just have it handy. And then go ahead and lay back on your mat. You can bend your knees and windshield wiper your knees going left and right. Okay, that's a good bend. So now just windshield wiper them. Drop your knees towards the fireplace a little bit. So you're going to go, yep, side to side. Perfect. Perfect. And then come back to both knees facing towards the ceiling. Let your arms come by your side. Push down through your heels and lift your hips up just a little bit. Keep your chin kind of tucked towards your chest. Push down through your heels. Lift your hips a smidge. Keep the glutes tight. Good. Keep your head pushed down onto the block. Good. Hold. And then release. Bring your lower back down to the floor. We'll do it 2 more times. Push down through your heels. Lift your hips. Shoulders draw away from your ears. Keep your chin where it is. So you want to keep your head from going left or right, but instead be straight on. And then release. Good, arm. One more like that. Push down through your feet. Separate those toes so you really feel your whole foot, as much surface area as you can, as if you're trying to make like a footprint and trying to get the most ink of the footprint on the floor. And slowly release. Good. Extend your left leg up towards the ceiling. You could hold on the back of the thigh. So you can interlace your fingers and hold the back of your thigh. Good, make circles with that foot. And you could take either one hand behind your calf, one hand behind your thigh. You can have your hands behind your leg and just gently pull. Let your head, yeah, your right knee can stay bent or it can start to slide out. Yep. But not too much, like enough that you could feel a stretch, not a sharp pain or anything. Good. Now we're gonna release it, but bring it right back up. So just keep it straight, hover it around from the floor, keep it above the floor. So don't even let it touch the floor. Use your core here, push your lower back to the ground, keep that leg an inch off the floor, and then lift it right back up. Come and pull. We'll do one more like that. And release, hover above the floor, 1 inch-ish. Push down through your lower back, core is engaged, lift it up. Hold the back of the leg. Good, bring it all the way back up. Beautiful. Pull, and then release. You could bend that knee, let it go. You can let both legs go straight out and just take a breath in through your nose. And as you exhale, relax the muscles in your upper back. Imagine you're just kind of softening those. All right. Slightly bend that left knee. So I know you could put your left foot on the floor as much as it, can go and feel comfortable. Extend your right leg straight up towards the ceiling. So barely even pulling at this point. Just bring it up there and just feel where it is. Make circles with your right foot or your right toes. And then pull a little bit more here. And release. Slowly bring it down. Hover above the floor. Lift it back up. Pull. And release. Come back down. Push down through your lower back as you bring that leg down so you're really engaging in your torso. Good. Push it back up and then hold here. So now grab hold of the back of the leg. Perfect. And release. Letting it go. Let your legs be out flat. They can straighten out. Can you interlace your fingers, or actually just take one hand behind your head, slide the block away. Now interlace your fingers. And we're just going to do a few lifts here off the floor with using your core, lifting your shoulder blades off the floor. Keep your chin so that at least a clementine could fit between your chin and your chest area. Engaging that core, the sides too, as you come up. Tell me when it starts to burn a little bit in your core. Okay, perfect. We're going to do 2 more sets of 10 here. 3. Good. 4. Lift all the way up. Keep going. 10. Last set. 10. 9. Keep the heart lifting up towards your toes. 5. 4. Good, Arnie. 3. 2. 1, and release. Let your head come down to the floor. You could bend your knees and take that block, lift your hips and slide it under your lower back for a very gentle supine bridge pose here. So you can make it so that it's the height that feels good for you. And I know you like to let your legs kind of come out. Good, allowing that back to create that bridge. Nope, they can stay there. They can be straight. I know you usually straighten your legs. You can bend them if you want, but you kind of deepen the stretch when they're straight. That's all right, you're holding. You can keep holding for another 5 breaths here, Arnie. Relaxing your shoulders, relax your toes. All right, then you can bend your knees, plant your feet on the ground, and we're going to keep the block there, but slide it maybe down a little bit further because I want you to try this, Arna. I want you to straighten your legs. No, keep the block there and lift your legs up towards the ceiling. So, good. And maybe, good. So stay there, and we're going to stay here for a bit so you can maneuver the block to where it feels like it's supporting you. So it shouldn't be too hard to do this, right? So maybe move it a little further down on your back. Okay, cool. Oh, so you could hear it too, right? Okay. Yep, your block is going to support so that your hips are above your heart. This is an inversion. So your legs come up. It's like a version of a shoulder stand, essentially. Good. 3 more breaths here, Arnie. And release, bending those knees, bring them down to the floor, plant your feet on the ground, lift your hips and remove the block now. Slowly bring your back down to the floor. You could pull your knees into your chest, give yourself a little rock. And then releasing your whole body out for Shavasana. Let your arms relax on the floor. You can take up as much space. Let your legs separate as far as they want to go and kind of take up more space. Feel your breath coming in and going out as your body just is supported by the ground beneath you. Letting yourself be just as you are. Letting your whole body integrate the work that you just put in. And we'll stay here for 2 minutes. could begin to bring movement back into your fingers and your toes. You can reach your arms up overhead towards the couch, stretch your legs towards the TV, give yourself a reach, and then bend your knees, pulling your knees in towards your chest, wrapping your arms around your legs, your hands around your knees, pulling your knees in. Rock a little left and right. And then rock to that right side. So rock to the right side, good. Making your way up. You can push your hands into the floor, making your way up, letting your legs be out. Lengthening through your spine. Good. Take a deep breath in. And then slowly let it all go. You bring your palms together, bowing your head slightly, connecting your mind, your heart, and your body. Namaste, Arn.